Hello, my name is Sam Lupton and I'm playing Guy, a extremely gentle, very loving, almost quite a quiet man who loves his friends dearly. And we meet Guy as he's preparing to host a flat warming party. He's just moved into his new flat and he's invited a number of old friends along to help wet the baby's head, as he puts it. Some of the friends he invites over he's very familiar with and sees often, and one friend in particular he hasn't seen for a very, very, very long time. And I wasn't born in the 80s. I missed it by about 4 months. In the furnishings and in the costume, I do still remember that, because it did linger. It lingered into at least the mid-90s. So yeah, it's nice to be around that. It's nice to be in that world. It's nice to kind of be in a world without Facebook, without Twitter, without mobile phones. We're more exposed to things now, and I think there's a bit more truth out there now. I think the problem in the 80s was the stigma. I mean, our play deals with a lot of LGBT issues. It is now a piece of theatre that is about a very specific period of time when a very specific thing was happening to a very specific area of society or group of society. So it is, in that sense, a period piece. It's not reflecting today's society, but it's important to look back and notice what happened as a result of the AIDS crisis, and how the LGBT community were dealing with it at the time, and how they were dealing with it. It's a story that's not often told. It's often a story that I feel is told from the outside, the non-LGBT community commenting on AIDS and the AIDS crisis. And My Night With Reg has survived 30 years or 20 years and is a classic because it tells the honest story from within the group. I mean, if you're not aware of the AIDS crisis, then you'll learn an awful lot watching the play. And even if you were around at the time and knew what was going on, it's going to give you a new perspective. It's a human story. It's not a preachy play. It's not trying to teach you anything in particular. It's certainly not lecturing to you. It's just showing you a snapshot of what was happening to a group of people at a certain time. It's a heartbreaking story. It's very sad. It's extremely funny. You're going to love these characters. You're going to fall in love with them. You're going to get completely absorbed into their lives very, very, very quickly, and you're going to feel like part of the gang if you come and watch it, hopefully. So it's going to be like sitting having a drink with a group of friends, and it's great fun to do that in a time period and a culture that maybe you're not necessarily part of yourself. I've worked with Laura, our director, a while ago. I've known Laura for quite a few years now, but this is the first time we've actually got to work together on a full piece, so I'm very excited about that.